just want to go over something I've seen recently. And by recently, I mean very recently. So I'm going to be breaking down some Prussia footage because I'm kind of baffled by what I've seen. It's really... Yep, okay, here it is. So here's where I realize it. And... hold on, some of the Prussians with their bayonets off. Wait. These guys aren't. Are they? And these guys are. Some of them. I saw one. Two. Wait a fucking second. What? Is that a glitch? I don't think... I think I figured it out. Prussia doesn't have all its guys with bayonets. That's why they're so defensive. That's why they're farming so many points, maybe? Is there actually a difference in stats? Is that it? No fucking way. No way. No fucking way. Is that actually meta? What the fuck? Look at the number of Freikorps without bayonets. So I'll point out that Prussia wins this battle by a lot. By current standards, by 1.5k. And they lost 2 flags and they took 1. They point farmed the shit out of Andor, and they weren't making plays against Andor. They made some fuck ups, honestly. In hindsight, they made some serious oopsie moments. And sometimes it worked for them, that's how they got 1 flag cap, and sometimes it didn't, that's how they lost 2. And they would have lost 3, but they got a bit lucky at one point. I haven't seen a meta shift this big since cavalry, and that was only temporarily. What we're seeing here is we're seeing Prussia take off their bayonets to get more effective ranged fire, and they're doing it pretty close to the enemy too. So I was talking to Callahan, and he said it's a relatively new thing, and I kind of asked, you know, whose thing is it? And he said it is Big Stat, who's a general in Prussia. Callahan kind of dug into it a bit more, and he said, you know, we've been doing it for a few weeks, no one's really noticed. I went back just before to look through the Prussia V50 and Swiss footage. I couldn't find it on camera. It must have happened because they kicked ass in that battle as well, and they, like, no offense to Prussia, I kind of can't see how they're winning by that much until now. This makes perfect sense, and Big Stat said that they've put a lot of work into making this change, and I genuinely have not seen a meta shift this big ever. You know, like, people always knew you could do that, but why would you do it? It didn't offer any stat benefit. And Callahan said to me that Gory confirmed with Prussia that it is a 20% accuracy increase. And they're the first nation that I've seen implement it, especially on a wide scale, because you gotta actually drill it in, and you can't just let a bunch of random people decide when they're gonna put them on and take them off, the bayonets. So there's a lot of coordination that goes into it. I think even here, if you look closely, you can see the Freikorps. A few of them with bayonets off, but the thing is, right, they're close. They've got to balance it a little bit, but it made a huge difference, right? It was fucking phenomenal, the amount of difference it made. Like, Prussia Guard there, bayonets on, right? Let's do... oh, come on, I don't look really too much closely at lines, right? Because I've got to move around a lot. So, Freikorps here, ready to go in, right? So they've had their bayonets on. But then, you know, I think Freikorps is really the only people to be doing it properly, and I think Prussia Guard kind of doesn't. This 20% accuracy benefit, that's going to equate to 20% more kills, 20% more tickets, but it's going to do more than just that, you know? It's, like, this was actually, let's test my hypothesis, right? 20% more kills, 20% more tickets, and/or in terms of points, probably about 5,000, right? 20% of 5,000... is 1,000. Can I do maths? Yes. And Prussia actually got more than that, although Prussia did get a flag cap. So it actually does more than just 20%, right? It gives you more than 20% of your money back. You're getting more than 20% tickets. I think Prussia has some really smart rankers, but, you know, if you're getting more kills, they're shooting at you less, they're less effective, less cohesive. The other thing as well is Andor's moving more than Prussia is, so, you know, that's... you know, every time you're moving in a line, you're going to group formation and you're losing, you know, they're doubling the amount of tickets they can get off you. And I'm starting to wonder if even micro that small, how much you're moving your line actually makes a difference. Because the 14th in this was moving a lot. That's the smallest Andor line. They were moving a lot, and they kind of suffered a little bit. And I know the people leading that line, that's Josh, and I have a few clips of him not too long ago kicking some serious ass. I think Prussia's done something really amazing, and I think over the next few months, maybe a bit quicker, maybe a few weeks even, we're going to see a major meta change into lines that will specialize, especially elite lines, specialize more in range, and then when they need to, they'll come in, chuck their bayonets on, and they'll bring in close quarters. This is the first proper big meta change, I think, since Cav. And, the meta between the second version of Waterloo and now hasn't changed. I think now that Prussia has realized this, and maybe a few commanders start realizing it too, and they start seeing this video, hopefully get shared around, that's my dream. I think they're going to see the damage done here by Prussia in these battles. I haven't been keeping a close eye on Prussia, but I sure am over the next few weeks. If I see them fighting anyone that I think will give them a run for their money, I'm going to watch it. I kind of want to see them fight French Guard. I want to see them fight Holland. I don't, no offense to Prussia, I don't expect them to do the best, but a month ago, I wouldn't have thought they would be competitive with Andor Southern Army Corps, Like, they lost to 3rd Corps a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago now. No offense to where I just came from, but 3rd Corps isn't in its prime. I'll point out that Andor SAC beat 3rd Corps not that long ago, although 3rd Corps bet Andor Northern Army Corps. I would, based on who's beat who in the past, Andor should have won this. So what Prussia has done in the past month to now be beating Andor SAC is really impressive. This is something to be excited for. This is players changing how they play, and this will slow down the pace of the battle. But it's also going to make the difference between, drilled and undrilled units and elite and non-elite units bigger than before. Yeah, I kind of just really excited. I'll leave it at that.